Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so this is going to be your weekend relationship energy reading for September 22nd and 23rd of 2018. I am in fact going to be doing a cartomancy grid here, and then I will close out with some of the romance angel cards for some additional guidance here. I am working on keeping this reading relationship focused, regardless of what that relationship may be. I will in fact call out the signs that come out, if any. But again, if the signs aren't making, a connection with you and the opposite person that you could be dealing with, or multiple people you could be dealing with, but the story's making sense to you, then take with you what you understand. I tell more of a story than anything, so if the story's connecting with you, then the reading is in fact for you, regardless of what the signs may be, because you could just be under those energies, and or again, the opposite person of you, or other people that you're dealing with, they could just be under those energies, okay? So that's why I always say, take with you what you understand, because there could be a break in the storyline, and that's okay. That something that may have not happened yet is something that may never happen. It's just not resonating with you, but the rest of the story it's just due to the fact that somebody else could be connecting with that part of the story that's not connecting with you. I always like to put those things out there so that people can better understand the way that I read, because I read a telling story more than anything, okay? So let's see what else we got going on here. I'm almost completed with the sorting, and then I will in fact begin reading. We did not have any cards that fell out, so the grid will be the storyline here without any sort of cards that reign any more importance than the other. Okay, the first card to flip out here is in fact the Eight of Hearts, and the Eight of Hearts is that card of mutual feelings. It can also indicate, following your heart here, and or, depending on what is surrounding the Eight of Hearts in regards to the story, it can change up from there. But the Eight of Hearts indicates something that, you have a mutual feeling about in regards to another person. So let's see what we've got going on here. I do not have any base cards, and of course, as soon as I say that, I have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here. I have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, so those are the only signs that are on the grid at this time. But again, if the story's making sense to you, the signs don't have to in regards to this. Okay, so what it's showing me here is that there is a new beginning, something in regards to a desired new beginning. There is stability here, but there's some sort of communication that needs to happen first. And the reason that I say that is it looks as if there could be somebody who has had some blockages, and these blockages are due to some unfortunate events. There's definitely some negativity, something that is coming to a complete end to no return, okay? But it's coming off of a negative situation to begin with, okay? So there's some sort of negative situation that's surrounding this, and it has caused someone to feel slighted, snubbed, hurt, lied to, lied on, lied about. And there's something in regards to communication that needs to happen in regards to the truth. And it appears that, and excuse me for my silence, but, I'm just trying to put it into the exact wording that feeling right now, but it's like somebody feels stuck, okay? And when I say stuck, I mean like energetically speaking, like stuck. And it's almost in a sense like something needs to end completely, like in order to build on the solid foundation that is desired. But there's a need here for communication to happen in order for some sort of truth to be revealed, to be spoken, to be communicated. And through that truth, the step forward leads to the new beginning. It's showing me here verbal communication, a small celebration, and a new beginning. And this new beginning comes after a time of negativity. It's coming after a time of I just see there's lies here, there's separation, there's some sort of truth that needs to be communicated, whether you're communicating it to this air sign or this earth sign, or it's the air sign or the earth sign that's waiting on the communication. But what it's showing me is that even though there's some negative emotions attached to some unfortunate events from the past, and or these, it's almost in a sense like either the events themselves were negative, or there's a holding on to the negative energy from the experience from the past. Either way, it's showing me that there's communication and some sort of truth that needs to be. It's like this truth needs to be heard, it needs to be communicated. And once that truth is revealed, or once that truth is heard, it's almost in a sense like the old foundation that is still energetically lingering and or is still the experience at this time completely crumbles, and now it's like a fresh new beginning, this like small celebration after a negative period of time. And I definitely see a soulmate connection here. I see a soulmate connection with either this earth sign, this air sign, or between the two, and or, it's just the energy here. But I see one could be, this could be a younger male with the older female, or it's definitely more of a younger male with the female, and or it's just showing me here that there is a choice or a separation or something of that nature that needs to be communicated, because it's somebody's truth here. Because in order to get to this like new beginning, this new phase of life, it's like I can't build on a solid foundation until I break through this time period, this energy. And there could be fear here in speaking this truth, because it's fear of the unknown. Where does it lead? But what it's showing me here is that it leads to the new beginning, because this energy here that we're giving our time and energy to is negative, negative, negative. And in order to move forward, communicating the truth of your heart's desire, or how you're feeling in the situation, whether you're separating from this person and or, you want to move towards this other person who do have mutual feelings with, but you're still stuck in an old pattern of thought in regards to how relationships connect. There's just something here that needs to completely be dismantled in order to then build on this solid foundation. There's definitely something that needs to be verbally communicated. I do also see movement here. I see communication about moving to a new home, needing to make a choice about that, um, you know, but it's just showing me here that somebody needs to either hear a truth or speak the truth, or the truth is going to be heard, and it's definitely something that has somebody emotionally blocked from moving forward, but it's almost in a sense like the first two cards surrounding that Eight of Hearts, when I stated that, about what the Eight of Hearts is, there's the Ten of Spades and the Six of Spades. To me, and how I read, those are like the two major ending cards in the deck, because they end something completely and bring in a brand new beginning, but the situation itself is one that can be perceptually negative. I look at those as like the Tower card and Tarot, but it's like this dismantling of whatever the situation is was already negative to begin with. So it's like now that you're following what it is that you desire to do, regardless of what that is in your life and or this relationship, there's this communication that happens, and it's almost in a sense like it moves you towards making that choice or waiting on that communication in regards to this new beginning that you're truly desiring, but you're waiting on some sort of communication in regards to this situation completely coming to a close. And what it's showing me here is that that is what's on its way, regardless if you've already taken this action and or you need to communicate something and or you're waiting on some sort of communication in regards to some sort of truth in the relationship or this circumstance and situation that you're dealing with. I do see that it is something that is on its way to coming to an end and coming to a close here. Okay? So that was the storyline for the weekend of the 22nd and 23rd of September 2018. I am going to do some readings angel cards before I close out. Comment below, let me know if this is connecting with you in any way, shape, or form. I always like to hear, from you guys, but um, my readings are for whoever it connects with, and if it's not connecting with you, then maybe that, the energies are just not running with you this weekend in regards to, that situation, and it's going with a bunch of other people. So by no coincidence whatsoever, we have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Oh, what a coincidence. What a coincidence. There are none. Okay? I always say that because it's like, it is what it is. That situation that has you feeling blocked, feeling stuck, whether it's you needing to communicate that truth or you waiting on that truth, there's something that is needing to be freed from. And in order to get in control of your life, you're the only one that can do that. So it's like freeing yourself of that negative energy that could have you feeling stuck and feeling stagnant and feeling blocked, because there is a fresh new beginning, but it's like this circumstance, situation, regardless of whatever it is that you're dealing with, it's like that needs to completely collapse first in order to be able to build on a new, and I do see that, coming through these energies here, okay? Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life, okay? So again, taking back control of your life helps to gain momentum and energy behind what it is that you're desiring. But like, what's worth waiting for? What is divine timing? Well, everything's always right on time, regardless if it's what your mind was feeling is not fast enough, or, delays. Sometimes delays are necessary because what it is that you're desiring isn't fully connected yet in order for you to receive it. So it's like, that's what divine timing is, but it's showing me here that you're needing to take back control of your life and understand that everything is working out for you. But even those situations that are predominantly negative, that appear to be like the worst, it's like that in itself is sometimes necessary so that you can gain wisdom from the experience, but that negative situation in order for you to then build on a solid foundation so that you can rise up without, you know, having that foundation crumble because it was built on faulty ground. You know, going through those experiences are necessary, but now it's showing me that, you know, it's time for you to take back control of your life and free yourself from those energies. And then you receive to keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type of expectations. So again, with that relationship that I was talking about, you know, if you are, you know, desiring to be with this person, it's showing me that the feelings obviously are there. There is a soulmate connection, but there is old paths that were created that need to be completed, and showing me that that's what is going to happen here. Just waiting on that communication in order to resolve problems or, you know, communicate how we truly are feeling. And we could be waiting for someone to be truthful, fair, and honest with us, or we could be wanting to be truthful, fair, and honest with another person. But what is showing me here is that in order for that communication to happen, we have to free ourselves and take back control of our lives, regardless if it's making a decision to depart from a relationship, a decision to, you know, finally let go of the past and the way that we view relationships, you know, and not compare this new connection to the old connection because they aren't comparable. The only thing that is comparing them is what's in your mind, and that is what's connected to those old feelings within of fear of getting hurt, fear of, you know, being cut out, you know, just being vulnerable, so to speak, because your fear is, you know, underlying in regards to that other person having the power to hurt you, when in fact you're just hurting yourself if you're not following the path that you desire to follow for your life, regardless of what that may be. Okay? So let's see if there are any more messages here from the Moonlight Angel cards, and then I'm going to close this out here. Yep. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. Okay, so again, you could be dealing with a child situation. You know, you could be dealing with children. It doesn't really matter what it is, but there could be a circumstance or situation where there are children involved, and a decision that needs to be made could in fact be made off of, you know, a child or children being involved, and you could be dealing with a negative situation in regards to an ex with a child. It doesn't really matter what it is, but, you know, for some of you out there, children could be affecting your love life, whether you're desiring to have children and or, you know, there are children already involved. So you may be needing to make a decision that involves you taking your children with you, you know, out of a relationship, and or you could be entering a relationship, but there's an opposite person that needs to make a decision when it comes to their children, and or you're just dealing with a negative situation involving children. Regardless of what it may have you, there is something showing me here that children could be a factor here. But it's showing me here that you're needing to remain optimistic. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance, and you did in fact receive the soulmate card. Yes, this is your soulmate. Again, keeping an open mind about this person you could have a connection with here, okay? And needing to remain optimistic as, you know, past circumstances and situations come to a close so that you can have this fresh new beginning in this new phase of life. Regardless of what your circumstance and situation is, what it's showing me here with these energies for the weekend is releasing yourself from that old energy and allowing yourself to live in your truth, where you're then able to have your truth heard and or speak it when that communication does in fact happen. Okay? So, this was your weekend energy reading for September 22nd and 23rd. If you would like any services with me, you can go to lovefromabove717.com. You can follow the instructions there in order to order services with me. I am in fact now taking appointments for Google Live streaming. So what that means is you can book a session with me and we can speak like this, but live through Google Chat. I can do a live reading for you. We can do a coaching session, regardless of what it is. I also do email readings. You can check them out on the website. I do astrological charts, numerology, anything you need. Just come and find me. I'm able to help you with that. And if you would like to follow me on Twitter, it's at lovefromabove17. And as always, I love you guys.